going on, friends, family, and strangers? I'm back, kind of. So, oh God, I need to stop saying so. I realized that in a lot of videos, I just say so a lot. Kind of a filler word, bad habit, trying to get out of that. So, I'm gonna shoot myself. It's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, and like maybe some of you are wondering, where have you been? Haven't seen your videos in a while. Not that you made very many, but it's been kind of, this whole past year, 2019, has been rough. Just dealing with a bunch of different things, some depression, anxiety, mad stress at work, and I've been just trying to deal with it. I've kind of traveled every now and then, but it just, whenever I traveled, I tried to make videos. I just wasn't feeling it though, and I also had like my computer crash, so I didn't have a way to upload anything up onto YouTube. But I am gonna try to be better. This video might be actually pretty long, considering that I'm gonna be filling you in on what's been happening and what things are going to be happening in the near future, which I'm very, very excited for. Again, one of the questions I'm sure some people, mainly like family and friends that might watch my stuff, that they've been wondering is, where have I been? Well, I haven't been gone from like social media and stuff like that. I've still Instagram, and I've gotten into TikTok, and I like making TikToks too. So if you want to, go search for me on TikTok. Like I said, when I traveled, I merely just traveled. I tried to get footage of things, sightseeing type stuff, or like YouTube vlog, traveler things that might be interesting to you guys. But in the end, I just didn't find oh man, what's the word? I just didn't find the motivation to actually make the videos. I still have a lot of video clips and stuff, and a lot of content, and I probably could make those videos once I get back home, but we'll just have to see. Gone to places like Spain, Croatia, Slovenia, Normandy, London, Denmark, just a lot of different places, and it's been really fun, and I really wish I could have shared that with you guys, but I was recently, last year, it was kind of more of like in the moment type thing, instead of going on my camera and just trying to capture all that. Like I said, I tried to get content, it just didn't happen that way. I have done a lot of snowboarding, a sport that I've gotten into and I fell in love with. Love the snow. I feel so like at home when I'm on the mountain, and yeah, that's about it. I've just been snowboarding a lot too. Going to Austria for that, or one place I'm still trying to do is Switzerland. Don't know if that's gonna happen. I have a really, really short time left here in Italy. I've also been working a lot. I am a huge workaholic. Not trying to boast, because honestly, I think a workaholic is actually, it can't be a negative thing. And it did turn into a negative thing with me. It caused me a lot of stress and headache, and it turned me into a hermit for a lot of the year. So I know I stated that I was traveling a lot and all that, but like I had to pry myself out of my house to actually go and travel and do these things, because just my mindset was never on traveling, on exploring and doing all the things that I really wanted to do while I was in Europe. So, I mean, just, yeah, it's been rough. But I've been working, and I've also been out processing. So if you are familiar with the military, you in process when you're new and you're coming into a new place. And then when you're ready to leave and your time is up at that place, you out process and you start doing a list of things to leave on to your next assignment or go home, depending on whatever status you have for the military. But mainly I've just been enjoying what time I have left in Europe. I do get a lot of pictures, I do get a lot of videos, a lot on my phone, a lot on my camera. It is, I've just been trying to be more in the moment, if you know what I mean, and just enjoying the time I have left with my friends here that I've made over the course of 3.5 years I have been in Italy. So that's mainly why I've been gone for so long and haven't been posting much of anything on a lot of social media. It's not even just YouTube. I believe when I get back to the States, I will definitely be posting a lot more. As I've stated before, I've been busy out processing, just focusing on the now and trying to pack my house because I am actually leaving the military. I'm separating, and while it's been a really fun 6 years, military was never going to be a career for me. So I just it's now my time to leave, I think, and I mean that's about it. Yeah, I mean it has been fun. I really enjoyed being in the military, but it was never the career that I wanted, and I'm gonna be pursuing whatever it is when I get on the outside. As for now, I am packing my house. It is a long process because for whatever reason I had in my brain at the time, I got a big house, fairly big compared to the others, single people who don't have any families. I got a pretty big house and I got a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to, sell some stuff. I'm trying to put things away for storage and see where I need to put what, and it's a lot, and I'm trying to stay focused. I'm doing the best I can. If you look around my house, it is a mess. It is an absolute mess because I'm just like trying to figure out where to put everything, and it is just quite stressful, but I do know that eventually when it's all done, it's gonna be huge weight off my shoulders. I am also planning for the future. I'm making a list of things to do for when I get out of the military and get back home, which I am super excited for because I miss being home with family. I miss being home with friends. And yeah, sure, some people say, oh, they're not going anywhere. They're still in the same place. Exactly, and that's the place where I want to be. Like that's where they say home is where the heart is. My heart has been left in California with my family. So that's my home, and that's where I feel the most comfortable. And I just want to get back home. Like, what's wrong with being with family, I am going back home. Again, as I've said before, it's like the 5th time. And I'm also planning on going to school. I will be taking like a 2-ish month break in between leaving the military and going to school. So hopefully I can actually, go out and do some fun things that I wanted to do. Like one of the biggest things that I want to do is go to freaking Galaxy's Edge with my best friend and possibly my sister, and just things that it's something I want to do, something I've been wanting to do, and being in the military, being in the military kind of makes it hard sometimes just because you can't really find the time sometimes, and it's kind of hard to plan being away from everyone, and yeah, so it's going to be easier to make these types of trips when I go home. As for what's to come, like I said, I was planning for the future. One of the biggest things that I am super excited about is that I got accepted into film school, which is actually the film school that I've wanted to get into since before I joined the military. It's actually the reason why I joined the military. I know that they have like a veteran program with it, and I knew that the military actually helps with scholarships, or not scholarships, but they help with education and getting you in or some type of money so that you can go to school later on in the future if you want to. That was my goal, and now that it's come down to it, I am ready to move on to the next level. I'm ready to go to film school and start actually learning how to apply the skills, whatever little skills that I have, to film school and start progressing and learning even more and getting higher into that career field, because I love that career field. And one of my biggest things is like cinematography. I learned little tricks here and there, and I've always wanted to do that, and that's becoming a reality very, very soon, so I'm super excited for that. I'm also trying to find a home. I am going to be going back to my folks for a temporary amount of time. I don't even know if I said that right. I think I mumbled. But I'm going to be going for a temporary time, and while that's nice and all, I don't want to live with them forever. Nothing against them. It's just, it is time for me to get my own place, and so I have to look for an apartment, a condo, townhouse, something I need to look for and actually, get my own place. Obviously, one of the biggest things for going home is to get reacquainted with my family and friends. Being in the military for 6 years and being overseas for 6 years, because I was overseas for a majority of my military career, for about 95% of it. And just a lot of things have happened at home that I just didn't realize I was missing out on. Small things like birthdays and all my little cousins and all growing up, and it's kind of, it's cool to see them grow up. But at the same time, I wish I was there to actually witness them grow up, you know what I mean? Because it's so difficult to blink pretty much and see your little cousin go from, the kid that you play with to like a teenager that's kind of like, and has like his own personality now, and just everything about him changed, and you're like, where the hell did my little cousin go? Where the hell? And it's like the same thing with my siblings. It's everything happening that I wish I was there for, and I could not be because I was in the military. And again, I do not regret the military. It's just, it sucks because I am a huge family person and I love being around my family. So I want to get back home and actually witness everyone grow up and, start, maybe looking for a family of my own, because Lord knows I didn't find it in the military. All in all, I just want to start setting up for my career. It's been 6 years that I've dreamed about this, and I'm trying to get to the point where the dream becomes reality. So I just want to set it up and get the ball rolling, because if I don't start now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The whole reason I joined the military was to get the ball rolling for my future career. And I'm really, really hoping that it happens. One of the biggest reasons why I'm making this video is just to talk about my military experience. My job was, as I would say to literally anyone that didn't know anything about the military, actually even some people in the military, I had to say it or describe it like this. My job is basically like the UPS/airport of the military. So, small little things like sending people places, cargo to places, accepting the stuff, getting it from trucks, sending it out on truck. Just small, simple, that's the simplest way I can actually explain the job. There's a lot more about it, but I'm not gonna go into it because you don't really need to know about that. Like, it's literally that simple. I really wish I had gone on more deployments. I only went on one, and that was to Iraq. I wish I went on more. I had a chance to get on one, but it just didn't end up happening that way. But my deployment was fun. I don't know why. It caused so many issues. Like, I had a bad knee issue. Once I got back, my sleep has not been the same since. I got addicted to cigarettes and chew and Monster, and it was an experience. But I was around people that I enjoyed being around, and I made new friends, and that's not even just in the deployment. It was outside of deployment and at home stations. Like, I've been to two places, Kadena in Okinawa, Japan, and Aviano Air Base in Italy. Both places I've made a lot of new friends, and I've met a lot of new people, and I've learned a lot about it, or not about it, but from them, like from my new friends and people that I met. The amount of diversity that I have in my friends is absolutely ridiculous, and I actually see a lot of similarities in a lot of them, but they're all different in their own way at the same time, which is the kind of cool thing, because I mean, how else are you gonna grow as a person if you're sticking around the same type of people, you know what I mean? Like I stated before, traveling a lot, I only had those travel opportunities because I joined the military. If I was back in the States and was trying to do all that type of traveling by myself on my own income, that would never have happened unless I was freaking rich. Not rich, so it wasn't gonna happen if I tried to do that. The military gave me a chance to actually travel around, and it was great. Like, I loved it. I mean, my absolute favorite place to be is Japan. Like that, I mean, I'm super like weeb, otaku type deal, and not afraid to admit it because that's what I am. I love that stuff. But Japan was my favorite, but a lot of these other countries, it's crazy to see the types of things that you would see in those countries. And I wish I traveled more, but I mean, that's just how it is. Along with the military, I will say, a lot of hardships. I have had fallouts with friends. I've had fallouts with coworkers and leadership and subordinates. It all teaches you a lesson. Just know that even with those hardships, the military does give you the skills and does give you the ability to overcome those types of hardships. They harp hardcore on resiliency, and I mean, I absorb a lot of material because they harp on it so much. Resiliency is embedded into my skull, and I chose to be resilient. I've sought out help from people, from friends, leadership, mental health, like, you name it. I've even talked to chaplains, but I probably wouldn't have done that stuff if I hadn't been taught resiliency. So it is kind of a cool thing. I know like a lot of people in the day or at that time, people get all annoyed, like, oh, resiliency again. Like, yeah, it's resiliency, but it's why they teach it, because we do go through some hardships, and sometimes you just need to be reminded of how to beat those hardships, I have learned to be a lot faster learner. I was kind of already a fast learner to begin with, but the military, because of how fast they can teach some stuff, I had to adapt. I had to just continue to learn and process things faster and continue to just grow. I've also learned how to do a lot of admin things. Never liked it, I probably never will. I've gotten good at it, which kind of sucks because I don't like it, but I could probably get a good job in admin stuff too. But I still want to be a cinematographer. I still want to go out, film things, and do all that stuff. But at least I know that when it comes time for if I were to edit videos and things like that, I can actually sit down and multitask and put different types of software up and get the job done. Like I said, resiliency, it's embedded in my head. I don't think I'll ever forget it. I also learned how to be a leader. I got up, I progressed in rank, and they did send us to a certain type of school where you would learn how to take care of your people, take care of your subordinates, and help them to start replacing you once you continue to move up the ranks. And I learned how to just be there for people and being a leader instead of a boss, because that is a very important thing, and I really hope it stays with me when I go on the outside, because I know that between leaders and bosses, I'd rather follow a leader than a boss. That's just the many things that I've learned during my time in the military. It's a lot, I know. So one of my biggest things that I usually forget to do, and I hate doing that because people need to know. They need to know why it is they do the things they do, and they can't forget that stuff, you know what I mean? So I wanted to give thanks. I wanted to give thanks to the Air Force for making me into the person that I am, and I wanted to thank them for giving me the resiliency, the leadership, the hardship, the challenges, and just everything that they threw at me. I'm so happy I went through, because if I had not, I don't think I'd be the same type of person that I am, which I do feel is a stronger person, especially nowadays. I've wanted to thank the leaders that I've met who have shown me, and this is all leaders, good and bad. They show me pretty much how to lead, how to be a good leader, things that a good leader would do, things a bad leader would do that I shouldn't follow. And you learn lessons from everyone, and you want to be able to continue those lessons and apply them into your everyday life. I've also wanted to thank the people that I met, everyone. Again, kind of the same reason for the leaders, because without them, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't have the morals that I have, the morals that I've grown. I wouldn't have the work ethic that I have, just all of that. And I'm thankful for those people. I also wanted to give special thanks, like a really special thanks, to the group of people, and they all know who they are, from everywhere that I've been. I wanted to give them thanks for just helping me through my career. It's gonna suck a lot to leave these people, because I've grown to actually love them and treat them like family, and I'm really, really gonna miss them. And there's not. I become speechless with this stuff, guys. Like, it's hard for me to find the words when I'm feeling all like this. I just want to thank them, like, from the bottom of my heart, because I don't know what would have happened if they weren't there for me, especially in my time of need. They've helped me through everything, through my loneliness when like during the holidays and stuff, when it gets really bad. They've kidnapped me from my house before and taken me to their house to celebrate holidays, and it's gonna suck a lot to leave them. This message right now goes out to everyone that I've met, everyone watching this video. If you need anything from me, especially all my military friends, please do not hesitate to contact me. I will try my very absolute best to get you what you need. If it's anything from snacks from the States, if it's anything from, you want a special type of gift from the States, or type of thing that's only in the States and I have to send it through mail, or if you need an ear to talk to, or to just hear you out and listen to your gripes and complaints, and you want someone that understands what it is you're going through, I am there for you. Just all you have to do is cry out, and just not literally cry out. I mean, I can handle that, but you don't have to cry. You just gotta send me a message, give me a call, and like I said, I'll do my best to help you out any way I can. That's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, I told you it was a long one, really long one. I'm surprised I was able to get out the words that I did. Kind of went into autopilot mode. Now I don't know how to leave.